Hey everyone, welcome back this week. This one is going to be a little personal because life is personal, and don't judge me for if I cry, I might. But I'm sharing something that's very close to home because we had to say goodbye to our little dog after 15 years this past week, and it is absolutely heartbreaking. And one thing that I've reflected on through this is if you've had a pet for any length of time, you know that they just really become part of the family. And it is terribly, terribly hard to say goodbye. So this is very fresh and very raw still. And the biggest thing that I just want to share that's really hit home for me is how fleeting life can be. Somebody or something that's important to you can be in your life one day, and then the next day they're not. And it reminds us to pause and slow down and to focus on what's most important. And the reason why I'm sharing this today about my dog is not because it's directly tied to finances, but indirectly this is because when we do things, when we choose how we spend our time, when we choose what we commit to, when we choose the things that take us away from what matters most, there can come a time when you realize, whether or not those decisions helped you or hurt you when it comes to getting you closer to or taking you further away from what matters most. And we do not feel it as closely as we do when we lose a loved one. And something like this, it's just, it could be time with your family. It could be having the opportunity to go visit a loved one who isn't doing well. It could be having the opportunity to take time out of the day to make that phone call. And indirectly, that does have something to do with how we spend our time and what gives us the opportunity to have the flexibility to do those things. And I know that that wasn't always the case for me. I'm so grateful that I got to work from home when the world shut down during COVID. So for the past 5 years, my dog was by my side, and she literally became my shadow. She already was my buddy, but we were joined at the hip basically for the last 5 years, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm grateful that I had a job that gave me that benefit to be able to work from home and that was flexible. I know we don't all have that, but it made me also really appreciate my human loved ones and just having them in my life and taking time out to pause and let them interrupt my life. We can get so caught up in busyness and productivity and doing the right things for the right reasons, but sometimes it's hard to stop and smell the roses or to intentionally carve time out for the things that truly do matter most. And this is just a reminder for me that, nothing's guaranteed the next day. And not to be morbid, it's just remembering that what we do and why we're doing it matters. And I want to say that to you. If you have something that has been on your heart and you've been putting it off and you've been thinking that you'll do it tomorrow, or you'll do it the next day, or you'll do it next year, or you'll do it when you have time, you'll do it when the kids get older, you'll do it when it's not so busy at work, nothing is going to make you do it except you. And I want to encourage you that it is sometimes hard to continuously carve that time out and push through for that goal. But when you know that you can look back on your life and say, I did what mattered most and I carved time out for what matters most, here's that nudge. If you hate the job that you have, if you're stuck in the job that you have because of your financial situation, start making that plan now to get out of debt, to start saving. It's not always just getting out of debt. Getting out of debt just helps you create the margin to save for and afford more of what matters most. So start thinking about that and start doing something about it. Don't just think about it, start doing something about it today. Even if it means opening up your pay stub, looking at your bank account and seeing, where's my money going? Is it helping me achieve the things that matter most, or is what I'm doing hurting me and keeping me from doing what matters most? We only get one life, and the God who created us had a big plan and has a big plan for each of our lives. It has a plan. He has a plan for you and what you're supposed to do on this earth. And I really, really just want to encourage you to do the hard thing that will help you start moving in that direction of freeing yourself up to do what you were created to do. I'm sure you have loved ones that love you dearly and would love to spend more time with you. If you're feeling like you're pulled away from work and you just wish you had a little more free time in the evenings, or maybe the ability to take that day off, or permanently take Fridays off. That's what I did. I bought my time back in my son's senior year because I really just wanted to hang out with him more and be available for his sports events. There's probably a passion that you wish you had time to do more. Maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a singer, maybe you love gardening, whatever that thing is that makes you come alive, that you wish you just had a little more spare time in your life to do more of it, to volunteer for that thing, or to be part of a group that you really believe in. Even if it's just volunteer time, it's not a just, even volunteer time is so powerful. You can change lives. And maybe you wish you had the margin in your finances or in your time to be generous with a loved one. What if you could offer help in a way that really helps somebody else out, whether financially or with your time? Those are the things that matter. That's really what you hear, is the things that people live and die for are other people. It's people that make us change. It's the relationships in our lives that make us change. And all that just kind of surfaced this week for me, of like how much we really just sometimes can get caught up in the busyness and forget to stop and smell the roses and value those things. And it's easy to get swept away, and there's always tomorrow. But there's not always tomorrow. So do what you're dying to do. Do the thing that you've had on your heart but you've been procrastinating. Do it. Take the time to make a plan, even if it's just the first step on the plan, even if it's just pulling out a piece of paper and titling the paper what matters most, and just start thinking about it. Carve out time. Maybe it's carving out 20 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever that is to think, to go for that walk and think about it, to go for a walk and just think about, like, what are the things that are keeping you from living that life that maybe you're wishing you could live, but you don't know how to start it. Don't wait. So you can always reach out to me. I always offer that. You can email me, Leah, Leah, @moneywisemom.com. You can contact me through my website, moneywisemom.com. I know it's a little sad topic today, but it's important that we talk about real stuff, and this is real to me, and I'm inviting you into that vulnerable space in my life, and I just really hope you feel that what you have on your heart is worth pursuing, and it is. I believe in you. It is not always easy by any means, but it's always worth it. So that's all for this week. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye.